Like, oh my God. You're like totes listening to the Blush podcast. You're like quite literally here for this. Today's episode is hosted by the adorbs Kelly with special guest audiobook narrator Natasha. We are going to drink a little and talk books. I love this for you so much. You're practically in the room with us. It's so cute.
Yay! That was Natasha with our lovely intro. And now we are here with Natasha for an interview. Wow! Yay! I'm very excited. Are you?
I'm very excited.
She's like, no, not excited.
Not at all.
Not at all.
Yes, very much.
With the cough. Okay, so we always start out with our beverages. So, Natasha, what are you drinking?
I'm drinking White Claw out of an ice cup because I'm bougie.
What flavor do you have?
Watermelon.
We need to, let's discuss White Claw in the most bougiest of fashion. Can we, does it have flavor profiles on the can? I wish it did.
I don't know. Hold on, let me look. Let's see.
Okay.
I can narrate the can of White Claw for you.
Yes.
Let's see. The difference is clear. Our unique cold wave filtration and iconic flavors that taste like freshly picked fruit. Why White Claw tastes and refreshes like no other. It's watermelon. You're welcome.
It does. Does it taste like watermelon or does it?
Just slightly.
Yeah. I like to take a seltzer, especially if it's like the Corona one or like a White Claw or something. And I swear I don't have a problem, but I like to mix it with vodka.
Oh no, it's good like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because then you get a little bit of a
Little boozy spritzer. You put a little seltzer, splash of juice, and then add the tequila or the rum or the whatever you want.
I don't do the juice.
You just spike your seltzer.
Yeah.
I got you.
Yeah. Okay, so I have some wine, and it's not a fancy wine, but it was just one I already had. So we'll look at this. It's the Bogle Family Vineyards, Old Vine Zinfandel. Let's see if it has any tasting notes on it. Produce old vines in to honor these old vineyards and those pioneers who blah, 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 blah. Nope. Okay. But we'll do our like tasting notes like Penny and I always do. Oh, yeah.
Is it like
and then,
earthy with a cinnamony scent?
Yes, we do all this. And then we always talk about our alcohol percentage. And then we say if it's a spit or a swallow. So let me do my whole little like thingy. Let's see. The color is, it's all right. It's a little dark for a Zin. And then we're going to swirl it. See how that looks. Oh, there's some good legs on there. Okay, now I'm going to smell. Hold on. Penny makes fun of me because I take forever.
Well, now I just want to sniff your wine.
That's what she said. That's a little raspberry. And some chocolate. Okay, now we got to do this kiss test, they call it. Wine is very sexy. And go like this. Make your lips like a kiss. Tannins on the side of your tongue, and it is very raspberry-y. And some coffee. It's okay. It's not the best. I would give it this would be a start out spit, but then if I stuck around for longer, then it would be a swallow at the end.
All right.
How's your watermelon White Claw? Is that a spit or a swallow?
I'm going to sniff it. Smells like watermelon. There's no stick in here. She's going straight down. There's no tannins in that joint. No, I mean, it's a swallow. I mean, it's always a swallow. That's what she said.
It's not an enjoyable, it's not a savory swallow.
No, it's all right. It's just a chug it swallow.
Yeah. Just get it down there.
Just get her done. No,
Yeah.
watermelon's not too bad. It's not too bad.
Yeah.
We're going to refill it. Ready for the sound?
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah. Well, all right. Let's do a little bit of background. Natasha's a narrator, audiobook narrator, voice actor. Do you call yourself a voice actor?
I guess. I'd like to do some animation, so we can go with that.
Okay, cool.
I haven't done any, but I'd like to do some.
But she and I got to hang out in New Orleans over the summer at the Dark Star Lemonade Party. So it was for the people who were from the next Dark Star competition. So you were one of the top, 16?
16.
Yes. So she was one of the top 16 of the next Dark Star competition, which was a competition for narrators, voice actors, put on by Dark Star Romance Audiobook Productions. So she's she's the shit, basically.
I try.
Yeah, and we had a great time in New Orleans. It was amazing.
So fun.
Yeah. And so, yeah, here we are. So we're going to ask some questions. It's going to be great.
Fantastic.
All right, here we go. So we're going to do normal questions and then we're going to do fun questions. And if there's anything with the fun questions that you're like, nah, I don't want to answer that, you can just be like, say that.
All right. Nah, I don't want to answer that.
I don't want to answer that. And then we'll just move on. Okay, first one. Tell us how you became a voice actor / narrator.
So I've always kind of liked it. And I actually, so it's kind of a little bit of a convoluted story that got me there. But during COVID, I needed a bit of a creative outlet. And so I had watched TikTok for like a good solid year being like, I'm not going to do that. Like, I'm going to lurk. So I'd lurk and like, and then I was like, you know what? I'm going to do cosplay because that's fun, right? I love books. I'm going to do book cosplay. So that's how I got on TikTok. And then it kind of just snowballed. And I was like, you know what? I'm seeing all these narrators. I really like that. I want to do that. I've always kind of wanted to do it. And it just never had been the time in life to do it. And so I hadn't done it. And then I was like, you know what? I'm going to research it. So I spent about 6 months researching like booth building and what you needed to do to like start doing it. And then I just kind of like jumped in head first with no life jacket.
Just and like, I'm going to fucking do it.
I'm going to do it. I kind of suffer from this like disease called how hard could it be? Where I go, well, someone else did it. How hard could it be? I'll do it, right? And you see those people who do like ads are like, you can make $400 an hour talking on a microphone in your basement. And you're like, oh, okay. Yeah. They're liars, right? Straight up liars, right? But so I learned a lot and I learned just how hard it is, but we just kept going because it's a lot of fun. And then I submitted, actually Dark Star was right before I got my first book. Oh, so I was like, you know what? I saw Troy on a TikTok live just saying, hey, we're going to have this competition. It was like the end of some other interview, I think. If you think you want to be a narrator and you think you have what it takes, you should submit a submission on your TikTok. I was like, oh my God, what am I? Okay, I'm doing it. Let's do it. Right now. Let's do it. So I did it and then I got into it and then I got my first book and I started like learning it all from there. But it was like a very steep learning curve.
Yeah. That's like very like serendipitous.
It just kind of fell in like, there's like a snowball effect, but like a good one. Like it just kept, like things just started falling into place. I'm like, okay, universe, I got you.
Yeah, that's awesome. I love it. And obviously, like, if you didn't have the talent, then you wouldn't have gotten as far as you did. So,
thank you. I was like, I'm just gonna shoot my shot. Let's do it. And then I remember sitting in the live and going, I'm like, I'm not. There's so many. I saw so many videos. I'm like, no way. I'm like, let me see who makes it, right? And then they called my name and I went, holy shit. I started sitting in my living room and went, holy shit, Eric. My husband, he goes, what? I'm like, I made it. He went, really? I was like, he's like, of course you did. Because my husband's always got that like, yeah, you do whatever you want. You can do it all, you know? And I was like, oh my God, this is awesome. And so it was very exciting. It was very exciting.
Yeah. The people who submitted, like everybody was really good too, you know? And
they're really wonderful.
Yeah.
They are so wonderful. And so like and this is, I guess, a plug for Dark Star on their own there, but
I wouldn't be what I am, where I'm at right now, and doing what I'm doing and meeting all the people if I hadn't had them, because it's like they just opened a trap door and I fell through it a little
Yeah.
bit. That's what it kind of felt like. Because narrating feels a bit like living in a little island sometimes.
Yeah.
Like, because I'm literally in a closet that's turned into a booth by myself, talking to myself.
Right.
So, like, without other people, it just feels a little bit like daunting, I guess.
Yeah.
But now there's a group of people that I could just be like, hey, what do you guys think? And then they can help me. They help. Yeah. And they're kind and they're wonderful. And
Yeah. They did a really good job of like fostering a community for everyone. And that's really cool, especially if you're starting out to like try to
yeah.
like figure out or get feedback from people or like bounce ideas off of each other and like, yeah. And then also connecting you with people who are like already established, or like Tom and Carol, who are like
Wonderful.
wonderful and really good mentors and stuff. Like it was a really, really cool experience for everybody.
Yeah.
Have you ever, while recording, had something that was really difficult for you to record, whether it was like super funny or uncomfortable or like really shocking in a book or anything like that? And if so, how did you get through it?
Well, like while I was recording, I figured that I found out I didn't have an accent that I thought I had nailed. So I had to sit there and like, I remember just like cursing. I'm like, why can't I say those syllables right? What is wrong with my brain? I just practiced a lot, but then like when like preparing a book, so you read it first, and you
Right.
prepare it and you go through and you hash out all the dialogue and make sure, I've been like 3/4 through a book and been like, oh, this might be a little spicier than I'm planning on putting my face on right now. I guess I'm going to make a pseudonym, so that happened. And the author was really kind and wonderful. She's like, I don't care what name you do it with. I was like, sounds great. Thank you. But for the most part, not too much. I've read everything I do beforehand, so I kind of know what I'm getting myself into. Sometimes, of course, I have that disease. It's like, how hard could it be? So I'm like, I got that. That's fine. And I go, whew, okay, we're going to practice that one. I'm going to send that one out for some review. Let someone tell me what I'm doing wrong on that. But other than that, no, not too much.
Cool. I have noticed that also, that in getting to know all of you from Dark Star and a few other narrators, from our show and stuff, that a lot of people do tend to have pseudonyms for the naughtier stuff.
Yeah.
Is there, I guess, just because they're like a personal life, maybe some people are like, "Ugh," or like they have kids and things that are like, oh, I don't want my kids to look me up and be like,
all of the above. Yeah.
yeah. Is that just kind of like what it is?
It's important to kind of separate work a little bit too. So like more romancy stuff will go somewhere else. And like, I always say like my stuff is more like movie PG-13 TVR. If we're going to go any further than that, then we're going to go talk to someone else. Like the person who's also me. But,
Right.
but
Your
not
alter
me.
ego.
Yeah.
Do you do any warm-ups before you start recording? And if so, can you give us some examples?
So I don't do any fancy warm-ups. Like some people do all the like poem things or like tongue twisters. Sometimes though, I sing karaoke in my car to Disney songs, which is fun.
I love that.
I am not doing it now.
What's your favorite? Okay, so I'm glad that Penny's not here because she would be rolling her eyes at me. I'm not glad Penny's not here, but she would be totally rolling her eyes at me in a loving way. What is your favorite Disney song? Or do you have
There's so
one?
many good ones though.
Or favorite Disney villain song? How about that? I love the villains.
Oh, that one's an easy one. Poor Unfortunate Souls, Ursula.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. All of my life I wanted to be Ariel. So I'm like, oh, she gets the good song. She's the pretty red hair, whatever. No, Ursula is the best character in that movie. Like, she is the best.
You'll find this shocking. I always wanted to be the villains.
They're the fun ones. They're having fun.
Now, I have always been a villain girl. And Maleficent is my jam. I love her.
Yeah, I can see that. I love it.
Oh, I love her so much. And the evil queen from Snow White is my second favorite.
I like the Shadow Man from The Princess and the Frog too. They need a female version
Dr.
of
Facilier is his name.
That's it, yes.
Maybe we should do another question.
Let's do a question. We on question 4?
Yeah. So, when you were talking about how you became a voice actor, I think we were talking about kind of like where you record. Can you expand upon where you record a little bit?
We are in it.
So it's a closet, like a literal closet.
It is a closet. Well, it's like a kind of like a semi walk-in closet. It used to be my storage for like big pictures and like pool and beach stuff.
Oh, okay.
Now live somewhere else. But I didn't start in here. I actually had a standalone, a homemade standalone booth in the other room. And I actually, so you know those like garment holders that are like when you travel around places, like you need one that's not inside your closet. It's like stand up ones. So I bought like 3 of those and zip tied them together so they stand up.
Oh, cool.
And then covered them with a gajillion moving blankets, which worked fine to start. But then I realized that I live in a tourist area. So come April, the beach traffic picked up and I could hear things all day and all night. I was too close to an outside wall. So I cleaned this closet out and turned it into a booth. So it's all that's in here. A lot of people have like clothes and stuff still in their booth / closets, but this is all this is. And then this summer, I upgraded and bought a new mic. This beautiful, lovely beastie right here. And realized that I didn't have as quiet of a space as I thought I did, because that one is so much more sensitive than my other mic. So I spent 3 weeks redoing the room again to like soundproof it better. I ended up actually insulating my doors better on in here, so that like I put a layer of insulation on the door, and then I had to put multiple weather stripping layers, and so it is snug. When I shut it, snug.
Nice.
I'm gonna add another layer to it, I think. But right now, this is my home, and
I love it. I've heard also from several narrators that it gets rather toasty inside the booths. How do you deal with that?
I had my door shut when we started this interview, and it's now open again because everyone is definitely asleep in my house. Because I was sweating down my neck. This summer it got to like 95 degrees in here, and that's just like you're just stripping off layers of clothes that you just can't take any more off. But I have Marvin, so when I'm not actively recording, I have a big stand-up fan, like electric one with a little remote, and I just pop the door open and kick on Marvin, and he pumps all the cold air-conditioned air in here.
I got distracted when you said Marvin because I instantly thought of Marvin the Martian, and I just thought of like a big like.
Well, there's a little love affair in my booth. There's Marvin on the outside. They're star-crossed lovers, right? Marvin on the outside, and then Mabel on the inside. Mabel is my if I can see, she is my lamp that is. Oh, you can see her. She's a cloud.
Aww.
Yeah, and they see each other, and you gotta find fun things in life.
Yeah. Oh, you said Marvin though, and I'm like, oh, so there's a big like cold Marvin the Martian just being like, I'm like,
no, but he does have eyeballs, like stick-on giant eyeballs.
Oh, that's awesome,
and they glow in the dark.
Oh, that's amazing. So along those lines, tell me about something you have out now, something you have coming up, or any events you're going to be at soon. And this is a multifaceted question or statement, whatever, about the Dracula series that you have out on social medias, because I love them.
So I did. So I've been on many times, and I'm set for do some more. CSI Cold Reads with Aaron, and Celtic Blue does it. And it's a live narration thing where it's kind of like popcorn narration. So it's cold reads, so we get, pieces like just right before, and they're like, good luck, have fun. We can ask the author some questions and then go for it, So I did a few of those, and after one of those, Aaron had reached out and just said, hey, I'm doing this little pet project. I'm doing the Dracula series, like the whole thing. He's like, would you want to do any of it? And I was like, yeah. He's like, you can do whatever you want. He's like, here's the list and all the pieces. He's very organized. He's got a whole like spreadsheet like of when they were going to air, because he aired them on his own first. And then he's like, yeah, you can place whatever you want on. So I downloaded and I've been airing them myself too. But so I was like, yeah, and I looked and I'm like, ooh, I said, there's like a bunch of Lucy. It's like the only like one had been done. I'm like, can I only take one? He's like, you can take as many as you want. Do whatever you want. And I was like, all right. I'm like, I'm taking all of Lucy. I'm just going to go. He's like, you don't have to record them now. You can just do them when you get time. I'm like, oh, no. I'm like, now I have ADHD here, and I'm barreled in on this one. So I did them actually early in the summer, like maybe June, I think. And then recorded them and sent them to him. And he had airing dates already set out because he was doing the whole thing over the year. So Lucy has now... So there's no more new pieces, but I did quite a few of them. I think 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 pieces, I think. But yeah, and so I did, I've done some narration station, which are always really fun too. Those are all live events on TikTok. But yeah, that was fun. The Dracula was fun. Let's see. I have a couple books coming out. Both are in like post-production right now.
Nice.
I have some events for next year. I wrote them down because I can't remember anything off the top of my head ever.
I think while you're looking those up, I think also I think it's a good time to say, like, I don't know if people realize that like the process of recording an audiobook is a really lengthy process. You know? So like from like when an author or production company is like, yes, we're going to make this an audiobook, to where it gets
to the ears of listeners.
Yeah, to the ears. Yes, like to fully produced. Like it's a very lengthy process because it has to get like prepared for the actors. The actors have to get cast. The actors have to prepare themselves. They have to record it, and then it has to go through editing and proofing, and then it has to get corrected and whatever. And then like there's production team has to do all of their like behind the scenes editing of sound correction, whatever. And then it has to get like fully produced, and then it can finally get out to everybody. So it's a 6 to 8 week process, if not more.
Yeah. And if you're doing it all on your own, it's a lot longer than that. So correct. Like these projects, the two I've got coming out now were through ACX, which is like the constituent to Audible. I guess it's where a lot of indie authors can put their books out and get off. So if they don't have a production company and they don't have the funds to do a big production like that, and they want to work directly with someone, they can do it that way. But I'm the proofer and the preparer and the recorder and the editor and the pickupper. And the post-production and the mastering and I do it all. I have to do all of it.
Yeah. So then it will take even longer.
It takes a lot longer. Yeah. Because I'm also part-time. So I work somewhere else too. So it's not my full-time job. So it takes a little time.
So it's just when you have the time to do it. Yeah.
Yeah. So normally I work about 20 hours a week. As a narrator. So it just depends on the length of the book and how many edits need to happen and all of that. So it comes along. Yeah. I know. So next year, because I don't know if people know, book conventions and things normally like start like almost a year and a half in advance. So like I've got some booked for next year. Of course, I did the Dark Star like lemonade party NOLA. That was my first ever book event, which was really fantastic. I don't think anything will ever match it. To be honest.
Know,
but I'm going to be doing sinful signings next year, and Booked in Chaos. I've signed up for that one now, and I've been accepted for that. But yeah, so those are the ones I'm going to be like at.
Cool. What is your advice for someone considering trying to become a narrator?
To just do it. I don't know. Like, there's always going to be a voice in the back of your head that says, oh, you can't do that. Just tell it to shut up and do it. And ask questions. Like, research it. Do your research. Do the work. And then ask questions. Find yourself a group of people that want to support you, because I think that's a big piece of it all. And then ask lots of questions because there really aren't stupid ones, and there's really nowhere to find the answers until you're doing it and you're asking the questions.
Okay. I like this. I want you to say some very unsexy words in a sexy romance narrator way. But if we do them quick and we don't have 75 other side conversations, maybe we can, maybe we could bang it out.
That's what she said.
That is what she said. All right. Are you ready?
Yes, let's do it.
Phlegm.
Phlegm. What's the next one? Drink with that.
You're going to hate me.
Is it moist?
No, I did not. I purposely didn't put moist on here because everybody hates that. And really, I don't think it's that bad. Gash.
Okay.
Bonus points if you can use it in a sentence.
She felt a... Jesus Christ. I'm a professional, doggone it. She felt a quiver in her gash.
Ooh, that was good.
You're welcome.
Okay, discharge.
And he thought, what is that discharge?
But that sounded good.
You're welcome. Yeah.
Okay, chunky.
Ooh, it was chunky.
These all sound so good. You're all so nice and breathy.
So breathy.
Yeah. Smegma.
Schmegma.
This one, I was looking up like on Reddit, like unsexy words, and this one just made me laugh a lot because it is just like, no, loans.
Loans?
Yeah.
We're going to make the word loans sound sexy.
Oh my God, listen to you. Okay, and this one was on the Reddit list, but also it made me laugh a lot because of NOLA people. Cheesy.
Ooh. All I can think is like Fremunda. Yeah. Jesus Christ. Cheesy. Okay, here we go. Cheesy.
Ooh, that was good too. Look at you. Okay.
It's funny because my like narrating voice is not my talking, like my
No.
regular talking voice.
It's so funny because like, especially after meeting all of you guys, when you guys share like narrations and stuff, I'm like, that's totally not you at all. Like, I'm like, who is this person? It's really interesting. Okay. I'm going to do some blush questions. Tell me about your first celebrity crush.
Okay, so I thought I was either going to marry Jonathan Taylor Thomas or the second brother from Hanson.
Wait, the middle brother?
The middle brother,
Okay.
yeah. Not the little one, not the older one, the middle one.
Okay.
With the long hair.
Yeah.
He's like, bop. And I'd be like up in the middle of the night dreaming, going, yeah, my wedding would be so beautiful for that Hanson boy. We'll have all the Hanson fans at my wedding.
Okay, but also when they first came out, were you like, is that a boy for sure? Or are they...
Didn't even dawn
Did
on
you
me,
have to
but
make sure they were all boys first? Or because
Nah.
they kind of look like girls a little bit.
my heart was taken by the bop.
I know, but I couldn't, especially because of their voices, because they were so young. I could not make sure, like,
I don't know. My little child brain said, someone told me they were boys. Okay.
well, no, I just couldn't figure out because they were called Hanson. And I was like,
Yeah.
is this boys or girls? I'm not sure with all their long hair and everything. And they were prepubescent.
They were, so was I. We live in childhood dreams. No, I remember I had a poster of Jonathan Taylor Thomas on my wall
Mm-hmm.
He was sitting on the edge of a pool with a tank top and boy shorts on, like the like I don't know, like the swimming shorts, And I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna marry you right there. I'm like, well, that with what's his name, Devon Sawa
Oh
from
my
Ghost.
God.
He's like, can I keep you? I'm like, yes, you may.
Devon Sawa, I think everybody in and now and then. Oh, yeah.
Everyone was like, oh, I'm marrying him.
Yeah. Hanson, I was just perpetually confused by. And also, every one of them was just called Hanson. What were any of their names? Nobody knows.
You remember? I was gonna marry him now. That or oh no, Keanu Reeves and
Oh
Speed.
my God, Keanu Reeves.
As a teenager, I watched that movie every night for like solid like a year maybe.
I have always loved Keanu Reeves since Bill and Ted. I love Bill and Ted. But then Speed happened and I was like, oh, holy shit. Oh, what's your best story after like a full bottle of wine or a whole bunch of a beverage of your choice, a whole bunch of White Claw or something like that? Best story that you remember, like a crazy story that you've done after imbibing a whole bunch.
See, the problem is that crazy things happen to me when I'm sober.
I know.
I mean, I did a pyramid in the middle of New Orleans for a bar crawl.
Yeah, you did.
I also hand wrestled a man in a bar.
That was awesome. Thank you so much for doing this with me. I appreciate it, Natasha.
It was great. It's great. I finished both of my White Claws.
As you should. Well done. Thank you again so much. You're seriously the best.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me.
Bye.